and welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. We talk a lot of football here on this show, and I know it's the off season, but we had some big football news regarding one of our local guys. You'll remember him, Jeremiah Martin, a former Cajon High School football star. He was part of those great championship teams. In fact, he was a great wide receiver, but he really was awesome on the defensive side of the football, and that's where he played at the college level. But Jeremiah Martin announcing on social media that he will enter the NFL draft, and we're so excited for him. Jeremiah Martin, one of the top high school football players to come out of our area, and again, part of those great Cajon High School football teams, took his talents to the University of Washington, the Huskies, and played 2 seasons for them in the Pac-12 and was fantastic on that defensive line for the University of Washington. But now he says he's going to take his talents to the NFL. He's going to enter the NFL draft. So a couple things coming up for him. Probably the NFL Combine, a pro day, all those sorts of things. But it sure looks like the NFL will be in his future with the draft coming up. Here's our exclusive interview with former Cajon star Jeremiah Martin. And now join us here on the show. He is a former Cajon High School football star, and he is on the verge of going to the NFL. We are fired up for this guy, very excited for him. It is the great Jeremiah Martin. Jeremiah, first off, man, congrats on a great college career. We watched you go from Texas A&M, and then you had a great run with the Washington Huskies. Now you're preparing for the NFL in your future. So, as we talk right now, what are some of the things that are on your plate? Some of the things that are coming up in terms of getting to the NFL? I know there's pro days and the NFL Combine is a possibility. So what are some things coming up for you to get ready to hopefully make it to the NFL?
Oh yeah, just really, I think the main thing really is just I might have a Senior Bowl or something like that, I have to take care of first. But then, then just trying to get invited to the Combine and really just just taking advantage of my pro day and just trying to get around scouts and talk to them, so they got a feel for me and I got a feel for them. So I think that's really the main things right now. Just really try to figure out where everything is going and make sure it's heading in the right direction for me and my future. So
now, Jeremiah, is this an exciting time? Is this a stressful time? Is it both of those things? Because I'm obviously there's a lot riding on this, but at the same time, man, you are so close to having a dream come true.
No, yeah, for sure. It's exciting. It's really exciting. Because you dream with this as a kid, just really just getting the opportunity to just play at a high level, even in college. And next, just being able to, just being blessed to take it to beyond that, just really having your name in conversations of, getting drafted and, you got your parents or your grandma. You're like me, my grandma, she calls me all the time. Like, I see your name on this, I see your name on that. And it's just like, oh, wow, I don't really pay attention to the media or anything like that. I just put my head down and keep working as I should. So I think that's really the main thing, just really just my grandma and, my fiance and everything like that. They just keep me level-headed and really just, just keep me in the loop of things that, like, they say in the media and some things that they see, and just really exciting, just really exciting. So.
But you're all about the work, man, right? Block out the noise, just get to work.
Yeah, for sure. That's all I can do. Control what I can control at this point. I can't control what the media says. I just gotta just keep doing what I'm doing. So.
Well, Jeremiah, man, the last time I think the last time we spoke face to face, I think it was a playoff basketball game. I remember I was interviewing you, and one of your teammates came over and threw like water on your head during the interview as we were doing that. But fast forward a couple of years now. Dude, you are on the verge of going to the NFL. You're a father now. Like, a lot has changed for you. You're all grown up, man. Like, what's life like for you right now?
Nah, for sure. Life is really just I don't know. I'm grateful. I really can't. I don't know. I just don't take anything for granted. I'm grateful. I gotta. Yeah, life has slowed down. My kids changed my life. Just really just. I don't know, just the aspect of just putting my focus where it was needed to be at the moment. Like, you got football, put your focus there. You can't focus on anything outside of that. You got your kids, focus on that. You got your fiance or your wife or your girlfriend, whoever it is, focus on that. You got your family, you got family time, focus on that. So just really, just trying to just maintain and balance it all and just try to be as great as I can be. So it's a lot, but just got to keep going and keep going forward. So.
Jeremiah, as you push forward towards the NFL, your fiance, your children, are there some of the things that you think about in terms of making it to the NFL and getting those paychecks, that's life changing. That's huge.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's something that that's a part of the process, and just gotta. I don't know. I just want my sons to really just grow up and just know, like, okay, even if I don't get a scholarship, I know my dad, he can pay for my college, or, I know my dad, because I know for sure I'm gonna build a trust fund for them and make sure they're good. So that way, if they don't get scholarships, like I was fortunate to get, just blessed and fortunate to get, I just, hope they just want to know, like, my dad got my back no matter what happens, even if it's not sports, you know what I mean? Even if he wants to be a rock star, I don't, whatever he wants to be, I'm a supporter 100%. So I just know, like, I just want them taken care of for, their plans and what they want in their future, and just really on from there.
So Jeremiah, you had a great run with Washington Huskies. It really set you up in this spot to, hopefully get picked in the NFL draft. I mean, you had some great games in the Pac-12. Going and transferring to Washington, was that one of the best decisions you made in terms of, getting to that next level and getting to the NFL?
Nah, yeah, for sure. I think that was the biggest thing, just really trying to find out where I fit in, find out where I felt like I was going to grow as a person, as a man, and as a father. I feel like when I was at Texas A&M, it was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. But I just felt like waking up every day, I was stepping in the same spot. I'm glad I realized that at a younger age than a lot of people, because a lot of people, they realize that after they graduate, or after things are already said and done, and like, oh, I wish I would have, or I should have. But then it's like, I'm glad I realized that, and I got to spend the 2 years at Washington, which was really life changing. Just really like those 2 years was just, just amazing. My first year, I was trying to figure out where to fit in. I was getting a groove, and then my last year, just like my last year in high school, I went off for 30.5 sacks, and this year I went for 8.5. So I got something in common with my last year. Last year in school, so it's really, 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 really crazy. So I don't know, just keep going. I don't know, keep. So.
So Jeremiah, as you get ready for the NFL draft, we were talking about, maybe a pro day, maybe a combine, some of those, sorts of things to kind of just get your name out there and, attract some NFL teams as well. The NFL draft isn't until April, so that's still, a couple months away now. Like you said, do you try not to look at, these projected draft boards and what these so-called draft experts are saying? Like you said, you're about the work, right? You just keep your head down. You just keep working. You're not worrying about, what other people might be saying or thinking about what your draft stock looks like. Is that kind of hard to do?
No, not really. I mean, I think that's how I've always been. I'm not really a big social media guy or media guy. I just try to just do what I do best, and that's, play football and worry about what I can honestly control. Because I think once you get outside of that aspect of trying to control what somebody else thinks about you, then everything goes downhill, and you're not working as hard because you're like, oh, why is he thinking about me like that, or why are they thinking about me like that? But if I could just tell myself, like, I'm doing the best I can do, you know what I mean, and I'm putting my best foot forward every day. That's all I can do, you know what I mean. If they don't appreciate that, then I don't know what to tell them. So I think that's the biggest thing, just really trying to just control what I can control and just do what I do best. Just put my best focus and energy in what I do every day. So.
Jeremiah, you were a big basketball star at Cajon High School as well. I heard you were into cars. So it sounds like football necessarily wasn't your first love in the beginning, but did you kind of grow to love it and you found it as a way to, provide for your family and do something you enjoy as well? You got a college scholarship. Now you got a chance to go to the NFL. It's opened a lot of doors for you.
Yeah, for sure. I think, when I, when I was back in high school, it was all about cars and basketball. I really didn't start playing football to sophomore, junior year, really. I mean, sophomore year I played, but I didn't really play. But junior year is when I really started playing. So I think, once I realized, like, football was something that, football was like something that I can go out there and just really just be at peace. I could just go out there and just do drills and just really be at peace and just forget what everybody was talking about, or forget, just forget where I'm at in life, even if I'm in a bad place or had a bad day or something like that. I could just go to the football field and just have fun. I just knew it was my escape to something happy. So, just, I don't know, just coming off of practices, even workouts, it's very exciting. And I don't know, just something that I just grew to love, like the process that I had in college, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. Like what I went through, I wouldn't want nobody else to go through, but, a lot of people go through things that, that shape them to be who they are today. So I'm just glad I went through that, and glad I got to, put some things on film that, people like and like what they want to see. So I think that's the biggest thing, just really just going forward and continue what I do. So.
Well, Jeremiah, yeah, you've got a bunch of fans in San Bernardino and, of course, the entire Inland Empire, man. We've been following your career. We're very excited for what's around the corner for you with the NFL draft coming up. And, yeah, we were excited. I saw when you posted on social media, you're declaring for the NFL draft. And I know a lot of folks were very excited. In fact, there was a couple guys from Cajon, Jaden Daniels. We followed Nick Figueroa, who was at SC. There's some guys from Cajon. We're like, man, they're really doing it at the next level. And I know, NFL's probably for Jaden around the corner, too. To see you guys do well at such a, Pac-12, SEC, whatever it is, man, that's big-time college football. For you guys to do well and now have a chance to go to the NFL, dude, you got a lot of fans back here. So keep doing what you're doing, Jeremiah, man, and we're rooting for you.
Oh, yes, sir. I appreciate everybody, that supported me, Even though I can't, reach out to everybody, and say thank you. I just want to say thank you really from the bottom of my heart, Like, you guys not even fans to me. You guys are all family, I grew up around you guys. You guys really just helped me be, you guys helped me be who I am today, and I just really appreciate everybody. Really, honestly, truly. So.
All right, guys, that is Jeremiah Martin, the pride of Cajon High School here on the show. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
And a big thanks to Jeremiah for that interview as he prepares for the NFL Draft. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Sports Weekly. My name is Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you tuning in, and make sure you subscribe to the IE Media Group YouTube channel. We'll see you next time on Sports Weekly on IEMG.